everybody. You're watching Valley Homes on TV. You've tuned into Channel 26. I'm Debbie Giordano and Todd Flesner.
Hey Deb.
How are you?
Terrific. Another beautiful day here in Milpitas.
This is exciting. We are at Ed Levine Park, and
Correct.
We're here with a ranger for the show. If you want to introduce our guest.
I'd be happy to. It's my pleasure to introduce Ranger Jeff Cossins. Jeff, manages the outdoors here. He's got a beautiful office, doesn't he?
He does. And this is kind of nice. It's really, really nice. We picked a beautiful day too.
Well, folks really cherish our hills here, and we want to be able to share with people what Ed Levine Park has to be able to provide to our local residents.
And it was interesting, before you came and Elrin to tape the show, I was talking to a gentleman that had just come in. He lives down the street, down Calaveras Boulevard. He did not even know that the park existed back here. So we hope that we can spread the word to the community.
Well, yeah, folks need to know about it. This is a great resource for our local community. So, welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you. And maybe just, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
I'm one of the senior rangers. I'm responsible for about 4 parks. Ed Levine in the North County, all the way up to Grant Park and Mount Hamilton Range, Alvisa Marina in San Jose, and Penitentiary Creek in East Side.
Okay, and so that's part of the county park
Correct.
system?
We're one of our approximately 28 parks. We're one of the 4 of those parks.
Okay, terrific. So we're here at Ed Levine. Now, how much area does Ed Levine encompass?
Ed Levine's about 1,500 plus or minus acres.
Okay.
About 20 miles of hiking trails, equestrian trails. Spring Valley Pond behind us for youth fishing 5 to 12. Sandy Wool Lake on the other side of the park is a larger lake for adult fishing with licenses.
Nice.
Oh, terrific.
Well, we just interviewed a veterinarian, and it was funny. We asked him what inspired him to be a vet, and he said he wanted to be a veterinarian at the age of 9. So I guess my question, why a park ranger? What inspired you, and how did you get into the role you are today?
I don't have any of those fun stories of, I think my first 6 birthdays were camping as a kid, and I do remember some rangers back at Bernie Falls up north, and never inspired to be one. I've always been enjoyed the outdoors, leisure. My degree's in recreation management, so I've always noticed what people, how they enjoy and relax outside. So about 23 years ago, I got hired at the county and just.
Doesn't sound like a job. It sounds like fun.
I love coming to work every day. Most every day. Some days I don't, but days like this make up for it. So I like being in the business where people have fun and enjoy their park and try to get them to do something new every day.
Oh, terrific. Well, we'd love to share with people a little bit about more of what Ed Levine Park has to offer our local residents. And there's quite a bit to do here.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're about 1,500 acres. North of us is East Bay Regional Parks, the county line in Alameda. We butt up to them. Our trails are continual. They go up to Monument Peak or Mission Ridge. We offer, like I said, 2 lakes for youth fishing, youth and adult fishing, 15, 18, 20 miles of trails, 1 mountain bike trail. It's used a little bit. Very big equestrian population with the neighboring stables around here. People enjoy hiking. It's a regular occurrence to see a horse in that.
The gophers look happy.
Yeah, we have a lot of gophers with our lush green lawn. We're an integrated pest management park, so we limit how much we use for that. We have a youth camp on the corner of Calaveras Road and Downing for registered youth organizations, Boy Scouts, church groups, Y groups. They can use it for overnight camping.
So the park here was opened in what year did we
About
say?
1969.
Okay, and you've been with the park?
I got hired in 1990.
Okay.
June 14th of 1990.
Okay.
Well, folks may not know, who was Ed Levine and how did the park get its name?
He was one of our county supervisors, real instrumental in park land and park development. The land was purchased by the state in the late 40s and 50s for reservoir, near our neighboring Calaveras Reservoir. And for the soil conditions, possibly seismic conditions, it wasn't suitable for a reservoir.
The Calaveras Reservoir, or the Calaveras Fault, actually runs right through the park,
that's right. That's right. It's our neighbor too.
Yeah.
So Supervisor Ed Levine was instrumental in getting the state to sell the land to our department, and in 1969 opened it up as a park.
So this is a daytime facility. So you don't have the overnight. You don't do camping here.
Just for the youth group organizations.
Okay, and then this lake here. We met you actually a few weeks ago at the Rotary Fishing Day.
Yes.
And how often do you stock the lake, or how does that work?
Fishing game stocks it between the 2 lakes about every other 2 or 3 weeks during this winter and spring.
Okay.
The water gets too warm for the trout. Sometimes we'll put some catfish in there. Like I said, the great Rotary event we had, for youth fishing, which is it's all about these days getting kids out from behind the TV and the computer screens, the iPads, outdoors. So with the partnership of the Rotary, Fish and Game, or Fish and Wildlife, Art Department in the City of San Jose, we have that South Bay Fish in the City event. So fish are brought in for that, and local Rotarians or other volunteers teach your children how to fish. The classrooms are on site, and then let the kids fish.
So Jeff, fees, so what is it? I noticed there's a parking fee, and is that it?
It's $6 a vehicle to enter for the day.
Okay.
Go to any county park. You can buy an annual pass for $90 a year. Senior passes are available. I believe they're $65 now. We just changed our fees.
Do you need to rent the barbecue pits?
We do have a lot of first come, first served tables for small groups or families. We have 4 large group areas. There's one off to our right. The Spring Valley group area would hold up to 100 people. Has a larger barbecue pit, a dedicated area for you. And so that's Easter Sunday. With the unsettled weather we had, we're still pretty busy. 3 of our group areas are full.
Terrific. Well, now I noticed we were right here next to the hills as well. When I come down the road here, oftentimes I see guys up in kites or what's going on there?
It's a local.
You in a kite?
No, I won't do it. It's a local hang gliding club called the Wings of Regalo.
Okay.
They have a special use permit through our department that has hang gliding or paragliding.
Okay.
They're out here. They're a wonderful group. Anytime the wind comes from the south, it's their great day. Prefrontal conditions, so they could be 40, 50 people in the skies on a real busy day.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys up on those great days like that.
Yeah.
So now you have to belong to that particular group to use the hang
you don't have
gliding facilities?
don't have to be a member. You have to have certain insurance requirements and training levels to do that.
Okay.
They do provide lessons in the area. The students learn how to fly out here in some of the lower hills where you hear them say, run, 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 and the guy's running down the 40-foot hill and hopefully lands safely.
Jeff, when I was in your little, the ranger station, or whatever you call the little area there, I saw some snake skins on the wall, and we were talking about snakes being out here. Anyway, I thought maybe that might want to be one of the perils or challenges of your job. But what do you find challenging about your job?
Most of it's pretty fun. I mean, it is kind of a business in a way. We're running a facility for the county, so we have budget responsibilities, staff responsibilities, personnel.
And where does your funding come from?
It's the Park Charter Fund. It's a special fund that the voters of the county vote in every 10 or 12 years, I believe, the exact amount, that a certain percentage of the property taxes earmarked towards our department.
That's wonderful.
So we're very appreciative of the members of the county for that. Plus our other revenues with leases and gate fees and so forth.
And I think you said there's 5 under your 5 rangers in your
I have 5
department?
rangers and some seasonal staff that work for me.
You know, you guys actually do a lot of work for a limited amount of staff. I think you do a great job.
We also have give credit to maintenance. We have a 6 or 8 person maintenance staff that helps mow the lawns and maintain everything else. But it's never challenging, but we always step up to it. It's somewhat challenging. But it's a fun job, and like any other job, you have your bad days, and you have a customer gets in your face, and but you always go home and happy.
Well, good. So you enjoy the job. Any funny stories? Any things? Any memorable days that you might want to share with folks?
None that I could probably share.
Not on camera.
No, not on camera.
Well, afterwards we'll chat.
Yeah, okay.
No kite stories, huh?
No,
I'm
they're a
just
good
kidding.
group. They do, unfortunately, have trouble landing sometimes, but we're here to help them.
Let's see, and maybe you already answered it, but we were looking at maybe some goals, future goals. I imagine you just want to continue to preserve this resource that is so valuable, that's close to home. Todd, I guess coming down from Calaveras Boulevard, from the bottom of the hill up, folks can get here in a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. So I would think this would be a huge goal, just to keep this place going in its natural state and the beauty that you have.
Part of our role is we call ourselves generalist park rangers. We do interpretation, public safety, natural resource management. Those areas, I mean, we're here to preserve the park. What's here to manage invasive weeds that come in the park. We have a cattle grazing program to help reduce our fuel load for fires, also our exotic weeds.
Now you said there's a website folks can visit. What is that?
It's www.parkhere, PARKHERE.org. And we'll put it up on the screen too.
Yeah, he'll put that on the screen.
Terrific. Any other improvements planned for the park in the future?
Nothing big planned. This park's kind of built out.
Right.
Just maintain that. We just put in some new picnic tables this year, some new benches around the lakes. Smaller things this year. We can put in a couple barbecue pits in the youth camp for large group barbecues.
Well, terrific. Well,
Great.
we appreciate you spending some time with us
Thank you.
today, sharing with us this great resource that we have here at Ed Levin Park, and invite folks to come up and really experience what's available here. It's a great place to be. Beautiful days like this are too good to be spent indoors.
As a thank you gift, we have
Oh.
a Valley Homes on
Thank you.
TV T-shirt for you.
Appreciate it.
And appreciate you being our guest and
Thank you.
sharing this great resource with us.
Please come visit.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks,
Enjoy the
Jeff.
public.
Through the years, trends and styles may come and go, but the important things remain the same. Generation after generation, consistently there, creating moments and memories to last a lifetime. Like a true friend, the national parks have always been there for you, and now you can be there for them. Support the National Park Foundation and help protect America's treasured places.
I'll tell you, California is one great state, but it hasn't been a walk in the park. I mean, they call me invasive species. Nice, huh? Or hungry pests. Like I'm some kind of bad guy or something. I mean, do I look invasive? No. You should think of me as a culinary tourist. Yeah, I'm sort of a footloose foodie of your fields and trees. I just want to sample the local fare. Just a taste, really. And I'm not the pushy type. People help me get around, mostly on the things they move and pack. Did you know I'm completely vegetarian? Yeah, very healthy. Hungry pests. Oh, gotta run. I do have a lot of mouths to feed.
The truth is, hungry pests threaten to devour California's trees and agriculture. It's up to each of us to learn to leave hungry pests behind. Go to hungrypest.com and get the facts. A message from the USDA.
Come on. See what I mean?
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Valley Homes on TV. This is the portion of our show where we wrap up, talk about housing statistics and loan information. Todd, we had some interesting shows this month. We went up to Spring Valley and interviewed their fire department.
Yeah, the volunteer fire department of the Spring Valley. What a dedicated group of guys and gals that serve our community and protect our hills here in Milpitas.
And then Dr. Telma Mula. Did I get local veterinarian and a local Rotarian with us. And
Right, yeah, he's
what
been
an interesting background.
Very interesting, and a new business here to Milpitas.
And serves exotic animals. So
Yeah.
if anybody's got a special animal and they don't know where they can get it treated, if you got an iguana that's not feeling well, I would call Dr.
Well,
Telma.
and very impressive facilities. They're state-of-the-art facilities to be able to treat all your animals. So.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really nice seeing that. So this is kind of an interesting part of the show. I guess I feel like a broken record every time talking about housing statistics. They just climb. They're continuing to climb.
We are in an interesting market, aren't we?
We are. It's a good one. It's a nice one to work. And I know we were just talking offline about your challenge with an appraisal. So we've got, well, let me just share real quick. Home sales flexing muscle, San Jose Mercury. So there it is, headlines. That's just a week or so ago. And certainly the prices are up. And you've got an issue where the value has not caught up with what the buyer's willing to pay.
Right, well, yeah, we're in a rapidly moving market. You're probably seeing that with offers, multiple offers coming
Yes.
in over offer or asking price. And in some instances, when we're trying to do a loan for a property like that, where the market is climbing fairly rapidly, sometimes the data to support that sale may be lagging. And that's what we're seeing with some appraisals now, is that it can be a little bit more of a challenge for the appraiser to get the comparable sales in the neighborhood to support the higher value. They understand and they know that the market is moving. However, to support that, they have to provide the data that says, here's where properties are
So
selling.
let me ask you, in your loan business then, when the appraisal doesn't come in at the value, the buyer has to come up with that difference in cash or what?
Correct. I mean, the bank will still do the loan, but they'll loan based on the appraised value.
Okay.
Or the lower of the appraised value or the purchase price. So, so there may be a need to bring in a little bit more cash than someone was maybe planning on if they wanted a lower down payment. So it doesn't mean the end of the transaction, but also understanding if you're in the middle of a purchase transaction, what the dynamic is going on around you, and some of the other challenges that can come down the road with that.
Absolutely. So where are interest rates at today, Todd?
Well, they're great. We're still in the threes.
Yay!
Yeah, fantastic. A little bit of volatility in the market. There have been a number of things going on. Some interesting things happening in Europe with the EU and so the country of Cyprus, where they were looking at perhaps taking savings and
Cyprus affects what we do here?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah, because they were looking to go to savings accounts of people who had banking interests in Cyprus and in essence tax those accounts and just take funds from that to fund the EU. And that doesn't produce confidence in the banking system. And as a result, there was what we know as a flight to safety. So that means our U.S.-backed bonds and mortgage bonds here became a little bit more attractive investment, and therefore rates could dip. Well, that was a short-lived sort of thing, and it looked like they might be going back up again.
Well, nationally, we've had a uptick in the stock market.
Yes.
That's been a huge increase.
Two things, the stock market at the record levels that it's at right now, but also unemployment numbers are starting to look better. So there's some recovery signs in the economy. And so that's going to mean that interest rates are probably going to just ease up just a little bit.
That would be a safe prediction, I think, and we'll check in with you next month and see how things are doing. So.
But overall, the message is rates are still great. They're still in the threes.
And obviously, you're doing refis.
I'm doing lots of refis and purchases, and it's busy right now.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, real quick on the housing stats numbers. Single-family homes in February 2012 was 505,000 for an average price, and median price was 472,000. Last month, February 2013, we had an average price of 595,000, median price of 585. Condos and townhomes in February of 2012, 257,000 average price and 203,000 for a median price, and that's really jumped high. Last month, average price 359,000 and median price 389,000. That's kind of exciting. So what that allows is maybe somebody that bought in. I've had some buyers that have come out of being they're a condo buyer years ago, and now they're able to trade up and go on up into single-family homes. So that's kind of exciting.
So it's a good move-up market.
Yeah.
Right.
Real quick, I wanted to offer anybody, if you want to send an email to me, or Todd will give his, I'm at giordanodj@aol.com. And if you have any questions or concerns, we can bring onto the show some preparation tips. Now is the time to think about preparing your home for the market, and maintenance and returning the investment on your home is another article that we can email out to you that you might be interested in. And if you're going to recolor the house, there are particular colors that you have that you're able to sell your house better with some subtle coloring of walls and that. And so I can share that information with you. And
terrific.
Get the
I
home
see
ready.
green is in there, the color of money, so that's one of the...
and the red door, whatever.
So good, yeah, so we can give some tips to folks on
Tips
that.
to folks they want to do that.
Terrific. So email where the folks get a hold of if they want to get that information.
GiordanoDJ@aol.com. And Todd, you?
It's T Flesner, so TFLESNER @GM West, like Great Mortgage DirectionWest.com.
Well, you're with that new company now, and I hear you're doing quite well. So.
Yes, very good, and great rates, great selection of loan products, and I'm really happy with what they're able to support me with their guarantee mortgage.
Great. Well, we'll see you right around the bend. We're going to be showing up. I think we're popping up at Ed Levine County Park.
That's right. We're going to get a chance to find out more about what's there in the hills.
Nice.
One of the greatest resources here in Milpitas, our hills.
Good to see you again. Thank you for watching Valley Homes on TV.